Hello everyone and welcome back to the Gaming Droid and welcome back to Thea. I just rolled over one turn to try and get the construction built and look what happened. Well, we leveled up with medic gaining another medic skill, orc gaining some dexterity, some health, a bit of distraction and will being dotted about the expedition. At home, plenty of health gain, a bit of distraction on our Pinquonet, some gathering skill on one of our gatherers. We also have some villagers who aren't doing anything. We gained a point of research and we got someone joining our group. As you can see here, this is a plus to the person. This is just someone who has joined us. This isn't a child ranking up. This is instead someone who's joined us. They appear to be a scavenger, which is a bit like a gatherer but with a slightly more stealth and kind of slightly more tactical standpoint. Not particularly good characters, but they sometimes have a little bit of gathering skill, and we also finished off a reptile skin vest, which I was making to transfer over to our party, so that I can equip... nope, that's the village. I want to equip the party. I can equip Iveta, no, Spore, Vera, with a nice light reptile skin vest just to give her a little bit more shielding. So, let's go and jump onto the Cosmic Tree quest for now. You arrive at a tall stone tower, archway stands ajar, an old man waves you to come in. You walk into the lower floors of the tower. The room is dark and dingy. Come in, sit and let's talk. I am Professor Antoni Hufka, formerly of the Grand University. These days, well, on research leave, I suppose. Talking about curing the darkness. Ah, the Elven Scroll. Have you found the Guardian yet? He went to the Grove place, but I've never been able to find out what happened to him. His pesky student ran off with the scroll before I could write down the directions, and I don't like leaving this tower anyway. Nope, we haven't talked to the elf yet. The elves have been the victors for many thousands of years, and thus they do write our history. I, however, believe it is time we wrote our own. Okay. Well, the elves will tell you the Cosmic Tree is one of the pillars of the world, and I won't go into it. They know it better. They are correct on that, but sometimes pillars must fall in order to build a new house. I'm an old man, too old for human existence. I forget myself. We burned the damned tree. Yes, we, the Grand University. We had a multinational conference, came to the conclusion magic is stifling humanity. How is the darkness good? Magic is growing again. The elves are cursed but still alive. The plan did not work, so you must do whatever the elf tells you, but then find a way to finish the job. Do whatever you must do to kill magic and destroy the tree for good. Yeah, you're definitely mad. Bah, details. Whatever you do will not happen overnight, you know. Take generations for a full course. I will live on until that time and gather knowledge. So, he wants us to destroy the world tree. We're probably not going to do that, to be fair. Let's make sure production. Oh, it's not letting me see my production at the moment. I wonder why. Okay. There we go. That was slightly odd. So we're gathering food, we're gathering wood, and we are building our watchtower, which will help us to attract elves. So let's head over and have a look at this divine quest. So here we have some fur leather. That might be useful. Oh, we have another new person who's joined us. We also have a forest elf, so we built the watchtower and immediately an elf joined us. Good strength, good intellect and good speech, very attractive. 6 magic, so very good at fighting magical things. Animal kinship, piercing damage, so they must have some kind of spear with them. So let's have a closer look at them. They will have arrived in the town. Forest elf. They come with a monster bone shell. Oh no, they don't have piercing damage from their weapon. Maybe they get piercing damage innately then. It's not a very good two-handed sword, but it's the best two-handed sword I have available at the moment, and they come with a shielding mask. Okay, it's not bad at all. So let's jump on down into the Divine Quest. Actually, let's deal with these first. Approach some beasts, let's fight them. 2 fat rats and some hulking rats, nothing to be too concerned about. Throw out a reasonably tough person to start with. Then throw out another reasonably tough person. And then my damage spreader. So there's the other fat rat, and the other fat rat's getting buffed. Well, we can't have that, so I'm just going to confuse him, so he can't do anything this turn. I'm then going to... he got moved to the front, but that doesn't really matter because he's not going to be able to do anything this turn. Get closer. They only have another hulking rat, so it doesn't really matter because the hulking rats aren't strong. Pretty easy tactical choices there. Their non-confused person went first. And there we go, all of the people on the board are done. Second round of the fight will deal with their back line. Nice and easy. So we get some seafood cookies and a little bit of leather from that. Manage supplies, don't eat the seafood cookies. The watchtower is complete as well, so you'll see that if I head back over to the village for a second... Oh no, I'm already at the village. You'll see that we have a much bigger area of effect now. We're covering this whole area with our sight so we can see what's going on. So, you find the remains of an old town built in solid stone. So this is the Grand University. Again, we went through this on a previous episode. Basically, there are a group of shades here. I'm on the side of the gods and magic at the moment. They're a group of shades. They took power from the gods with the help of a dark necromancer. And they are now trapped here, and they can't be killed. You can kill them, and then they come back after a while, having experienced the pain of death. So, but our Lady Lada has just become a new god. She wasn't one of the old gods. Who sentenced you? Once champions of the gods like yourself realised our crime, they sought retribution. How can you be freed from the curse? Why do you believe you should get freedom after all you've done? So, we can either threaten them or we can say we're going to release them. I am the goddess of love and hope, so I'm going to release them. I can attack them, which starts a fight. It doesn't tell me how dangerous it is. I can start an intellect challenge, or I can say that we're going to go on our way and we hope that in time we'll be able to help. This is a very hard intellect challenge. This is a very hard fight. The only thing I can really do at the moment is that. I got some blessings from it and some experience as well. So in the meantime, I'm going to grab myself probably... What resources do I have nearby that would be useful? Amber might be useful. We've got Darkwood over here, which might help me get some orcs, I believe. Spider Silk over here where the quest was. Let's go with Darkwood for now. Oh no, I have Elvenwood. Yes, because I've got an elven wood patch. So actually, let's go with quartz. So we get 5 quartz straight off, and this quartz patch up here is now available for us to scavenge. So we're going to start a new expedition. We're going to throw a couple of useful people in there, and we are going to give them some wood and some food, and then we're going to send them quickly up here just to nip up here and get some. Now this is the problem: random encounters. Hello, fellow traveller. Knight King, what are you talking about? So this is again someone we've met before. He says he's Arathor, and he's trying to get a sword from a stone. So we have a 2-skull physical task. Probably not going to be able to manage it because we have a very small party. Reshuffle, see if I can get my scavenger to the back. Nope. So the opponent's turn first. Pretty dangerous. I can wipe out his other offense quite easily so that he can't actually use his other offense. But in all likelihood we're going to fail. There shouldn't be any major penalty to failing this. I just won't get the help of Arathor. If you help him and you're successful and you do the right things, you can sometimes get his sword, or he himself will join your team. But for the meanwhile, obviously not so lucky with that one. And this team is going to, next turn, head off down. Oh, they're going to get attacked by 4 Spore. So these are rat Spore. Spore are a kind of mini demon, basically. They're not massively powerful. I'm not hugely concerned about fighting with them. In fact, they're far weaker than I expected them to be. Throw him out. That should be everyone we need out there to win the fight without taking any damage. Oh, there's a bat spore mixed in among the rat spore. There we go. You see the Orc Warrior, even though he's not a... Oh, Orc Worker, even though he's not a warrior class, actually deals a large amount of damage. Oh, another encounter. Some big animals, so we can hunt them for a 3-skull hunt, or we can run away for a physical check. Hunting them will probably get us a better result. It's just going to be a lot more difficult. So let's keep that. So none of them are below level 4, which is a disappointment in many ways, but we'll throw out an 18 health because he'll be able to survive the hit from him quite happily, and he's got a leech ability, so he'll be able to absorb some damage. We'll throw out a weak 17 just to suck up some more damage from these guys, and then we'll start throwing out some damage dealers of our own. So he can't get close because he doesn't have any skills appropriate, so let's hopefully sort of win this trapping challenge by the skin of our teeth. 1 damage. Ah, he killed one of my high damage characters immediately just by luck of the draw, basically. He swung left instead of right. Or right instead of left. Yeah, we're going to have to surrender this one. Ah well, no harm done to us, so that's fine. Sometimes things go like that. You just have to accept that you are Not going to get lucky. Wow, this was really the wrong team to take. It will take them several turns to... Wow, I thought there was more gathering skill in this team than there was. Okay, that was a pointless waste of time other than getting them a few encounters. Oh, so this was a spot, so we have a suspicious tower up there that we can ride up to later on. Oh, we have people levelling up. Let's see. We have Forest Elf gaining Animal Kinship and the Orc Fighter gaining Traps. We have Speech, Intellect, Gathering, Health, and we have Perception, Armor, Health, Strength and Intellect. Not bad at all. So I'm going to make a detour from the Cosmic Tree quest to grab this chest over here. Come across a hidden stash, looks like what's inside may still be intact. So we got some wood, we got some leather and we got some gold. I can run for it, or I can stay and fight because there are some creatures coming. Let's stay and fight. Wild boars, okay. So I'm going to reshuffle that because we needed some better people in the front. So I'm going to throw out my high damage to start off with. And he's actually going to be able to one-shot that, so I'm going to throw out some high damage again. And some more high damage. Again, there should be some pretty simple one-shots in amongst this lot. I can actually confuse that one, and I can confuse the other one as well, so there will be actually none of them getting a turn in the first turn. So this should be a nice easy fight. 1, 2, and that rolls over to him, and then roll over to the second turn and we'll just finish the fight off. So we got some wicker, we got some enchanted bone, got some fur leather and a shield from fighting those boars. Don't ask me how we got a shield, we just did. One skull fight, I'm just going to auto-resolve it. Someone got wounded, but oh well. This is still the same level up we had before. Let's see if that armor we picked up or that shield we picked up was any good. 3 and 4. And the armor we picked up was 17 and 3. So better armor, but weighs a little bit more. She can afford the weight. Significantly better armor, and he can afford the weight. Isbor was the one who got damaged. That's not particularly good armor for Isbor. That's a 3, this is a 6, and you can afford to carry that. Lovely jubbly. The club's terrible, the spear's terrible, so moving on. Ah, there's lots of things down here. So with a few of the quests that we've seen in previous episodes out of the way, and with some slowly sort of more dangerous monsters starting to carve their way around the world, we will probably call the episode after this encounter. Come across the ruins of a house, finds of fresh damage and a violent struggle. Let's see what's inside. Group of goblins. 3 goblin warriors. So you see, we have an orc with us, and we could technically have goblins with us as well. But despite the fact that we have these orcs and goblins with us, and we're obviously not opposed to working with the other races, they decided to fight us. So, okay, so they've thrown out both of theirs. I'm going to actually confuse this one with one of my turns, because I don't want basically both of them getting a shot off. And I'm going to give him a shield, take his shield up to 15, and mean that this guy just can't actually break his shield. I'm then going to throw out my next best shield just in case he decides to attack in the other direction, and then throw damage down. And an easy fight, despite the fact it was some goblins. So we can take the stuff and bury the bodies, or we can just walk away. There's risks either way. Some dryad wood and an iron ring. There's risks either way. I am the goddess of hope, so I'm going to be respectful and bury the bodies, which has gotten me a blessing of will. So we all have improved willpower thanks to being respectful of the dead. So thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next episode. Bye!